Peppa and Suzy face the Boogeyman.
Today is a special day at Madame Gazelle's school. Everyone is excited for class because you will have a very special guest who will help the children understand their fears. Madame Gazelle rings the bell, signaling that it is time to enter. These Madame Gazelle.
Children, please sit down. Today we have a very special visitor. Miss Coelho, you are here to talk about your work, and this will help you discover a new world.
The children run to their seats, curious. They can't wait, after all. A visit is always welcome, especially to bring new knowledge to them. At the door, Miss Rabbit is with a big smile, waiting for the children to calm down.
Hello, kids. I do a lot of different jobs, and some of them can be pretty scary. Who here is afraid?
Pedro Pone said,
I've been afraid of the dark since long ago. That's why I sleep with the light on.
Zoe Zebra said,
I'm afraid of spiders. They are hairy and fast and have already run after me at Grandma's house.
Peppa and Suzy Ovelha are whispering before revealing their scariest fear to everyone in the room. Said to Peppa,
I'm afraid of the Boogeyman. He's evil and likes to hang around children and transforms into anyone.
Yes, me too. The Boogeyman is very scary. He selects children to take away from their families.
The fear of the Boogeyman. Sometimes our fears come from our imagination. Let's talk more about this. And to put an end to it,
Fears are warnings of dangerous situations, such as fear of heights, but others are fruits of our imagination.
you have to face it and discover the truth, as happens in the movies.
The bell rings announcing recess time, and all the children run to the playground to enjoy the wonderful day with their friends. After a very intriguing topic, Suzy approaches Peppa, who is a little thoughtful.
Peppa, how about coming to my house today? We can play and forget about the Boogeyman. Yes. No, Boogeyman.
Great idea, Suzy. I'll ask Mom.
Mom Pig and Mom Sheep already had plans to go out together tonight and took advantage of the situation to leave Peppa and Suzy with their cousin Charlotte Sheep for a few hours.
Come on, Peppa. It's time to go home.
Peppa gets in the car and talks about what happened in class with great excitement. But when it comes to talking about her fear, she seems apprehensive. And Mummy Pig soon realizes that something is worrying little Peppa.
Mom, can I sleep at Suzy Ovella's house today?
Of course. Peppa, today me and Mother Sheep are going to have dinner together, and you can enjoy playing later. But did something happen at school that made you scared?
But who are we going to be with? No, Mom. We talk about fear and the Boogeyman.
With Suzy's cousin, she's really fun, and you'll be able to enjoy it a lot. In the meantime, I'm going to a restaurant with Mother Sheep. Fear can sometimes be a creation of our imagination.
Are you afraid of something, Mommy?
Of course, yes, but I never let fear paralyze me. Everyone has fears, and over time, we begin to face them.
Does Daddy have fears too, Mommy?
Yes, dear, but over time, we learn to transform them into courage.
Arrival at Suzy's house. The moms are ready to go out to dinner and are waiting for the babysitter who is a few minutes late. The two have an excellent reservation at the city's chic restaurant.
Peppa, be good and listen to Charlotte while I'm gone, okay?
The mother sheep said,
You two have fun, but don't make too much of a mess. The cousin will be responsible, and we will come back later. Don't worry.
Charlotte Ovelha, Suzy's older cousin, waves to the mothers as they say goodbye and leave together. And they leave for their appointment. Charlotte asked the girls,
So, girls, what do you want to do today? How about a fun night watching movies? With popcorn?
We can watch a movie, but don't have the Boogeyman, please.
Yes. No, Boogeyman. We're trying to forget about it. And there are no monsters.
The living room of the house is now dimly lit by a lamp, creating a cozy atmosphere. Perfect for watching a movie, Peppa and Suzy are excited to choose the most beautiful princess movie. Charlotte makes popcorn, and the girls sit on the couch to watch a light movie. Suddenly, a light storm starts outside with distant thunder. Peppa, scared, says,
Oh no, thunder! This reminds me of the Boogeyman.
Don't worry, girls. It's just a little rain. It will soon pass, and I am here with you.
The light flashes briefly, giving Suzy and Peppa a fright.
Charlotte, do you think the Boogeyman appears when it's dark?
Of course not, girls. The Boogeyman is just something that exists in stories. He only attacks disobedient children.
But we are not disobedient.
Yes, Peppa, but in the story of the Boogeyman, He only appears to children who don't obey their parents and the rules.
Cousin Charlotte, do you know his story?
Yes, as a child, I was also afraid, but not of the Boogeyman.
I thought only children were afraid.
My mom said that everyone is afraid, and as we grow up, we learn to deal with it.
As they continue watching the movie, a strange noise comes from upstairs. The background music becomes more tense and thus creates an atmosphere of suspense in the house.
What was that? Did you hear that noise, Suzy?
Maybe it's the Boogeyman. He came to get us.
Charlotte tries to reassure them, but the girls are clearly scared.
Calm down. It must just be the wind. I'll go upstairs and take a look. No need to worry.
Charlotte goes upstairs, leaving Peppa and Suzy alone in the room. The noise continues, now louder.
Peppa, I'm very scared.
Maybe we should go see what it is. Together.
The two hold each other's hands and begin to climb the stairs, nervous but determined. The music intensifies, creating an atmosphere of suspense. When they get upstairs, they find Charlotte in the storage room. She is trying to calm a small animal that is trapped in a corner.
Check it out, girls. It wasn't a Boogeyman. It's a lizard that hid here from the storm.
Oh, it wasn't a monster after all.
Poor thing. He was as scared as we were.
Now that the fear is gone, Charlotte, Peppa, and Suzy decide to help the lizard get well just like them.
Did you know that a little animal needs care? Let's feed him and keep him warm.
We can give him milk and make him a warm bed.
And we also need to make sure he's safe.
They return to the living room, where the lizard is now snuggled in a blanket. And it seems to be calmer and warmer.
Did you see how scared the lizard was? Just as you were afraid of the Boogeyman, he was afraid of the storm.
I think we've learned that sometimes what scares us might just be something we don't understand.
And that taking care of an animal is a great responsibility.
The three girls smile, happy to have faced their fears together and to have learned an important lesson about courage and empathy. The lizard disappears. Suddenly, Peppa, Suzy, and Charlotte relax after taking care of the lizard. However, louder thunder echoes through the house, making the lights flicker again, and they get a little scared.
Another thunder. These flashing lights make me nervous.
Suzy hugs the pillow while feeling apprehensive about the lizard's noise and disappearance, just like Peppa and Charlotte.
Where is the lizard? He was here just now.
Oh no. Was he scared by the thunder again? He must have run away.
They look around the room, but the lizard is nowhere to be found. The three are worried about the little animal and fear that it could get wet again and end up in a dangerous situation. They hear a muffled noise coming from the basement.
He must have hidden in the basement. Come on. We need to rescue him, because he might need help.
The basement? It's dark and scary. What if the Boogeyman is there?
Peppa, are you afraid of the dark too? I thought it was just me.
We can't leave the lizard alone, Peppa. We need to be brave and rescue the lizard.
With renewed courage, the two friends and Charlotte decide to go down to the basement together. In order to rescue the lizard, you must be very scared too. In the dark, damp basement, the girls hear the noise, but the sound is intermittent, as if he is trapped. As they approach the cellar door, Peppa hesitates for a moment.
Come on, girls. He needs our help. Follow my flashlight so you don't bump into any furniture and end up falling.
As they progress, Peppa and Suzy remember their lessons with Madame Gazelle and their conversation with Miss Rabbit about how fears can just be creations of our imagination.
It's just a basement. It's not a scary place. It's just dark.
That's right, and we're not alone, Peppa. Cousin Charlotte is with us.
In the background, the lizard is trapped behind some boxes. Girls need to act fast to save the animal that must have been trapped and could get hurt.
I'll pull the boxes. Peppa, you catch the lizard.
Okay, Suzy, let's do this together.
Working as a team, Peppa and Suzy remove the boxes while Charlotte lights up the place. Finally, Peppa rescues the lizard and holds it in her arms.
You were amazing, girls. Did you see how they faced their fears to help a friend?
Back to the living room. Peppa, Suzy, and Charlotte return from the basement. The lizard is snuggled in Peppa's arms. And you're finally safe.
Girls, I'm so proud of you. You faced what you feared most to help someone in need.
I guess the Boogeyman isn't that scary when we're together.
And truth. I learned that we are often afraid of things we don't understand, but when we help others, the fear disappears.
You make a great duo and faced fear together. This shows that cooperation is always important to overcome challenges.
Not to mention that we ended up meeting a new friend and were able to help him face his fear too.
It must have been scary for him to face the fear of thunder alone and enter the dark basement.
That's right. Just like you, the lizard had to face fear and thus protect itself from the rain.
In the background, the car containing Mummy Pig and Mummy Sheep arrives to the delight of the girls who can't wait to tell their mothers how brave they were together and faced their fear of the Boogeyman. Mommy Pig and Mommy Sheep come through the door, back from the exit.
How was the night, girls? I see you have a new friend. Where did they find it?
Didn't they play outside in that storm? This lizard looks very happy. I'm dying to know how he got here.
Peppa and Suzy were very brave and took care of him like true protectors. And they helped the little animal that was trapped under boxes in the basement.
Not to mention that we faced the fear of the Boogeyman and learned to be brave together.
This way, we saved the lizard that was trapped in boxes in the basement for fear of thunder.
He was scared by the thunder, and so he hid in the basement to protect himself from the rain and thunder.
But he ended up getting stuck, and this increased his fear even more.
He was without his mommy, and scared must have been pretty scary for the lizard.
How proud you helped and still face the fear of the Boogeyman.
And you, Charlotte, were you afraid too?
A little, but I faced the fear with Peppa and Suzy. Sometimes a rainy day can be quite scary.
Sometimes we need to face fear just like Peppa, Suzy, and Charlotte did today so they can overcome fears created by their imaginations. The three of them had a great lesson today. Courage to face fear.
Today we learned that taking care of others is very important. Sometimes that means facing our fears.
And together, it's much easier to be brave and do what's right. Now I know that the Boogeyman doesn't exist.
It's true, girls. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the willingness to do what is right, even when we are afraid.
Furthermore, it's always good to have friends at these times, so friendship is worth a lot.
The lizard, now more at ease, starts playing with Mummy Pig's bag, pulling out a scarf and making everyone laugh.
I think we have a new pet to take care of. Will he live with us, Mommy?
We'll see, Peppa, we'll see.
Peppa, Suzy, and the lizard playing in the living room, while the moms have fun in the kitchen with Charlotte and talk about the delicious dinner at the new restaurant in town.
There's nothing better than facing our fears with friends by our side.
And today we made a new friend, the lizard, who needed help to avoid getting stuck in the basement.
And so, Peppa, Suzy, and Charlotte learned that courage and caring for others make the world a better place. In this way, the two faced the fear of the Boogeyman together and learned an important lesson. Until the next adventure, if you enjoy Peppa's incredible universe, you know you're in the right place. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next videos, okay? We're leaving 2 really cool videos for you to explore a little more of Peppa's world with us. Until later.